It's Chenté, Merced's premier talk show with Chenté Cervantes, featuring Joel Shade and the RazzApple Magic. Today's guests are Rob Hypes, Tom Price, Jana Rodriguez, and a special musical performance by the cast of Playhouse Merced presents Parade. And now, here he is, live from Playhouse Merced, it's Chenté Cervantes!
How's everyone doing today? Thank you for coming out to Merced's premier talk show with Chenté Cervantes and Joel Scott Shade and the RazzApple Magic. Give it up for them. We'd like to welcome you to today's show. It's our very first taping here at Playhouse Merced, live, where we're going to be featuring the cast of Playhouse Merced's Parade. They'll also be coming up. Yes. Joel, how are you doing today?
Hey, I am fine, thank you.
Just fine. Wonderful.
Great.
Wonderful.
How are you?
I am doing excellent.
Yeah?
Excellent. I had a rock star this morning. My very first rock star this morning.
Really? Man, I live on that.
I've never had one before. I had a cup of coffee, and it didn't work. So now I feel really jittery.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, when you get that.
I feel fantastic.
Yeah.
It feels great. I could almost play the piano. I could do some crazy riffs. No, you don't want to hear me play the piano.
No, I don't.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for being the music director on this show. Joel and I have worked together quite often in various shows, and we have also won awards for some shows.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. And it's live on our webpage, chenthetalkshow.com, where you're probably watching this right now if you're not tuning into YouTube or Vimeo. We have done Chicago was one of our top shows of last season. Is that correct? Yes. Yeah. What are other shows that we have worked on?
Reefer Madness.
Reefer Madness. Reefer Madness. I know. Who knows that we do Reefer Madness here at Playhouse Merced? It was a huge success.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was great.
Yeah.
Because we were working on it. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Great. We're going to have a great show for you today. We have Rob Hypes, Artistic Director of Playhouse Merced. We also have Tom Price, the DLM Magazine. Jana Rodriguez from J&R Tacos. And like I said before, the musical cast of Parade. Let's go ahead and bring out our first guest for you from Playhouse Merced, the Artistic Director. Welcome, Mr. Rob Hypes. Welcome to the show. My very first guest here.
Oh, I'm excited.
On Chenté.
I feel honored.
It's fantastic.
I'm
glad you feel honored.
I know, I'm really happy to be here.
I feel honored.
I was supposed to be on Jimmy Fallon tonight, but I canceled it
You
just to be here.
know, well, we're not going to plug anybody specific.
I know.
But
Just to be here with you right now. So.
Fantastic. Great. Little complimentary sip. There we go.
There we go. We're
Wonderful.
ready. Let's get down to business.
Out of our Chenté mugs. Yes.
It tastes so delicious.
It's better. It's much better.
Absolutely.
Half the calories. So tell us a little bit about what's going on here at Playhouse Merced. What some fun, exciting things that have been happening this past season?
Well, we are very tired right now. No, we started the season. We decided to do 12 shows. That was a huge undertaking. We started with Brigadoon, and then we did Charlie's Aunt, which Chenté looks fabulous in a woman's dress.
Yeah.
Sweeney Todd.
That's true.
We did Frost Nixon, which again you were a part of as
I
Manolo,
was.
the manservant to Richard Nixon. Which,
That was
again, you were
correct.
fantastic. You were fantastic.
I do a good job spectating.
And then we had Wizard of Oz. We did Wizard of Oz this Christmas, which ended up being the highest-selling show that we've ever had in 15 years.
Yes.
So it was huge. We also did 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. King and I, right after that, another huge seller, just packed the house every single night. We just got done with Odd Couple last week, had a 3-day changeover, and we just opened Parade. So
Last night.
Last night.
Last night that opened here at
Yeah.
Playhouse Merced.
So and I'm excited.
Yes. And how was the response last night for Parade?
People walked out saying that, Rob, I don't want to tell you that I enjoyed it because I don't feel like I should, but I was engrossed the whole time. I was mesmerized. We got to the end of the show, and the entire audience literally just sat there and kind of stared at the cast, and they were like, really? And then lights went down, and the audience came out, and they were just so complimentary. They really enjoyed it. It really is a phenomenal show. I'm very happy about it.
Good, good, good. What brought you here to Merced, to Playhouse Merced and to the Merced area? Because you're not originally from here.
No.
You are originally from?
Arkansas.
Shout out to Arkansas.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You're from Pennsylvania. Whatever.
I graduated college, and then when I was graduating college, I got 2 job offers. One from this theater in Merced, and another from a theater in Rhode Island. And I had lived in Nebraska, kind of up north, for 4 years, and so I had decided early on in my life that I don't like snow.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, this is in California. I had no idea where Merced was. I'm like, well, California? Oh, come on. It's palm trees, and it's warm, and there's people walk around in flip-flops and bikinis all day. It's fantastic. So I decided to move here.
I haven't walked around in a bikini and flip-flops since.
Not since yesterday.
No, yeah, yesterday. It was a while ago.
And then so it's really funny. I called my dad, and I was like, well, I just got a job in Merced, California. And my dad said, really? That's really interesting, because my dad is Air Force, and the first place he was stationed right outside of school was Castle. So that's the first place he moved to when he went out west, too. That's the first place he moved to when he got out of school, and this is the first place I was going when he, and he told me, he said, Rob, I just want to say that there's nothing in Merced. So I went out there, and the first time I was like, no, Dad, you don't understand. There's a lot of stuff in Merced. And then when he comes out once a year, he gets into his rent car and drives around Atwater and Merced looking for old bars that he used to go to. So I hope he's not watching the show, I don't think.
No, well.
I don't want to give anything away about him.
We definitely don't.
But I got here, I interned for 2 years. Then I became the technical director of the theater, and then after that, I volunteered to become the temporary artistic director after we had lost our last artistic director, and then after that, I kind of just became artistic director because my board never really told me I became artistic director. They kind of just, I still think they're going to hire somebody else.
No, you're just temporary right now.
So I'm just temporary.
So,
eventually they'll hire somebody else, but it's been great. I've been here. This is Joel. What is it, 8 seasons?
8 seasons.
8 seasons, 8 long seasons
Yep.
here at Playhouse
So 8
Merced.
years, so.
Fantastic seasons.
So it's fun.
Good.
Have a good time.
That's fantastic.
And-
I have only been, this is my second season.
Yes.
No, is this my, yes, I'm in my second season here at Playhouse Merced, working with you
Absolutely.
on shows. I came in during Reefer Madness.
I
with
know. I know that was a great story, right?
you. That is a great
And I
story.
just called you and I was like, hey, do you want to just choreograph? And you're like, who are you? I'm directing the show. I want you to come in and choreograph. And ever since then, we're inseparable.
That is true.
Inseparable.
Whatever.
I know.
That is true. We've also had great success with Joel working on Chicago together.
Yes.
That was one of our most notable shows. Can you tell us a story about Chicago?
Yes. Generally, one of my big jobs is I plan our next year's season about a year in advance. And so it was, I'd planned the season last year. I'd planned it. It was 10 shows. They were all fantastic. We're about to unveil that season at our season preview, which is one of our huge fundraisers. And then a month before, I got contacted by the royalty company that owned the rights to Chicago. And they said, congratulations, you're one of the few theaters that have obtained the rights to Chicago. Generally, what I've heard is generally just about close to maybe 500, 600 theaters across the country every year get the rights to do it.
That seems like a lot, but there's not a lot. I mean, there's more theaters.
Yeah,
than-
picture more of like 50,000 theaters, 500 get the opportunity to produce the show. So it was a month before the preview, and I go, well, I have to do this show. So I'm just not going to tell anyone except for Joel and the woman, that Diane Core, who was performing at the preview. So we're like, we're going to keep it a secret. And we're going to tell everybody that we're going to do Annie. So we're
They're
rehearsing,
comparable.
we're,
They're
we're rehearsing the season
comparable.
preview, which is just snippets of the whole season, little snippets.
Yeah.
We're rehearsing it, and people started to catch on like a week before when we never rehearsed Annie. We would always be like, okay, thanks guys, thanks for coming. Now leave. We're just going to stay here and rehearse Annie. at 10:30 at night. Just go ahead. So they left.
That's the best time for kids to rehearse if they are going to.
Absolutely. That's usually what I like to rehearse kids, really late. But
they're at their peak.
I know, that's when they're ready. They're ready to perform at that point. So what happened, it was really, really, really interesting. We got to the night, and we're going through all the snippets, and all of my actors are in the lobby going, why haven't they done Annie yet? So then I got to be here on stage, and I announced it, that we were doing Chicago, and no lie, it felt like a herd of elephants rushed from the lobby into this bomb, and we're like, and so we performed it, and my board didn't know, and the audience didn't know, and people went crazy.
That's fantastic.
And it was really
what
fun.
a great surprise.
Yeah, and it turned out to be just a wonderful show, and it was,
Good,
we
yeah.
had a lot of fun with it.
We did. It was a lot of work.
I know, it was, you all Fossied it out. It was great.
I do my best to make everything Fossy.
I know, you're pretty good at that.
Yeah, especially Parade, too. No. Put some Fossy in Parade.
It works out great. No.
It's a very different type of
How
show.
do you feel? How do you feel about your first talk show? Huh?
This is...
I don't want to interview you.
Oh, well, since we've already turned the tables, this is excellent. I feel wonderful. About 4 weeks ago, I wanted to do something different, bring Merced up and the community together and do something that would unite the arts and the entertainment and bring it to a very public eye in a different medium. And nobody here does a web talk show, and so I figured this would be the best setup for it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Why not?
You're crazy.
I know.
I applaud that you're doing this.
Thank
I do.
you.
I think it'll be great for the community.
It's going to be
great.
fantastic.
This is a great setup. Right
This
here.
is so much fun.
You got a band.
I know,
You have a
right?
Yes. Corey Strauss did our sets for us, this beautiful set. Yes, fantastic.
You have a neat television screen that shows pretty pictures that I keep leaning into so you can't see what's happening. And
That's
it's like,
okay.
Hey, don't look at this, but good.
It's excellent. I'm having a great time. Can you tell us a little bit about Parade? I know that Parade's happening right now, and so a lot of people aren't very familiar with Parade. It is, only musical theater people really know because it was composed by Jason Robert Brown, who has done several works.
Several works. Just known throughout the theater world as just a fantastic, songwriter, composer, lyricist. Parade is a show that I personally wanted to do for a couple of years, and what's really interesting about it is finally this year I got the approval from my board of directors to do the show that no one's ever heard of, that no one really knew. And they're like, well, we trust you. So it's based on a true story. It takes place in 1915, or actually 1912 to 1915, Atlanta, Georgia, where a Jewish superintendent of a pencil factory is accused of the murder of one of his employees. And what's interesting about the story is kind of the entire first act is the murder leading all the way up to the trial, the conviction at the end of Act 1, and then the second act is then kind of the appeal process. It's kind of then, okay, now it becomes truly Leo Frank's story, where I'm going to try and convince all of these people in Atlanta, Georgia, who we all know in 1915 were the most worldly
they were.
group of people.
I believe it.
Unbigoted.
I believe it. Yeah.
Not racist
That's
at all.
Georgia.
That
Georgia.
to me is the South.
Yes.
Unracist South. So that really racist. So it's really interesting is there's a group of people in Atlanta that believe, not just because he's Jewish, but also because he's a northerner, that he's guilty and will do anything to prove his guilt. And it's kind of an interesting story. It's a very powerful, powerful piece. It's kind of it is what I jokingly describe as the feel-good musical of the year.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's going to be tough to beat out with upcoming shows such as The Music Man.
Yeah, it's got a different tone than The Music Man, I would say. The tone's different. We don't have 76 trombones in Parade.
No, but you have a fantastic cast.
We have a fantastic cast. They worked really, really hard. Top to bottom, this is a professional caliber show, and it's a show that has since it's not well known,
right.
Since it's not a piece since it's not Sound of Music or King and I or Wizard of Oz, if you're in the audience, you don't know what's going to happen next.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the comments we received for the preview nights and the opening night was that I was riveted in my chair because I didn't want to move because I wanted to see what would happen next.
Sure.
And really, really powerful, and I don't want to give the end away, but it's beautiful, it's poignant. It deals with all of those topics that we don't want to talk about in person, like racism, like bigotry, like just pure hatred for no reason. And one of the best parts of the story really is this incredible juxtaposition between North versus South, which in 1915 was only 50 years removed from the Civil War. So it's kind of an interesting piece that kind of brings up all of those old hatreds and prejudices and just puts it right here on stage. And as an audience, you don't have that movie screen to just watch something. You're actually participating and experiencing what's happening to the characters on stage. And it's really a phenomenal piece. Sorry, I talked a lot about this.
I'm really happy about it. So I'm really happy all turned out. So I'll shut up.
You're doing. A lot of people don't know this, but Rob and I actually are. We've performed together a couple of times. We've twice, once on this very stage right here.
Yep.
And we do a very classic, well-known song that nobody knows at all.
No.
And so, how about performing it with me? Rob's going to perform with me. All right.
That's a good idea.
No, that was a very good idea.
That's all right.
For those of you who don't know at home, I asked to have cue cards written for Rob because during our first two performances, he had a fantastic memory.
Yeah. My memory is right on.
Do I have to do the
No, you don't have to do any of the choreography.
Are you going to do the choreography?
I will not.
Okay.
Oh, I know, right?
Until I get into it.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah?
Here we go. Let's do this. All right.
We'll take a glass together in celebration of our meeting.
In celebration of our being face to face,
Friendly
civilized
members of the race.
I'll drink to you.
No, I to you.
And you to me.
Then you to me.
I'm sure we too.
Oh, I know we too.
Find no better company.
Thank you, Baron.
We'll take a glass together, and we will lift it to the good life.
And as we're lifting it, we will most sincerely say, Prosit,
Your health, sir.
Salute,
And skål.
Nostrovia.
A votre santé.
For one brief moment in this cold and careless day, we'll take a glass together.
I'll drink to you.
No, I to you.
And you to me.
Then you to me.
I'm sure it's true.
Oh, I know it's true.
Maybe bad, but could be worse.
Absolutely.
Now that I'm dancing, I lose the lyrics.
He's great at this.
We'll ask no why or whether. We'll spend each moment
Yes, we will.
as it moves us.
As it moves us.
Come, my comrade.
Comrade.
Drink the nectar of the day.
Sweet nectar.
Cherry,
Campari.
Scotch whiskey,
Chartreuse.
a cognac,
An absinthe frappe. For one more moment in a world gone cold and crass, we'll take a glass together. We'll take a glass together, and we will lift it to the good life. And as we're lifting it, we will most sincerely say, Prosit, your health, sir, salute, and skål, Nostrovia, a votre santé. For one more moment in this cold and careless day, we'll take a glass.
We'll celebrate.
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 We'll take a glass today. Rob Hypes, Artistic Director of Playhouse Merced. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We'll be right back after this. Thank you. welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. We would like to bring out our next guest. From here in Merced, the publisher and owner of DLM Magazine. Please welcome to the stage, to my set, Mr. Tom Price. Good. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Wow. I hear you're pretty, hard to get up onto a...
Yeah. This is not my comfort zone at all.
No.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm here. I'm here
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you.
comfortable.
I feel more
No
comfortable already.
problem. No, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. So tell us a little bit about what's happening new in DLM Magazine.
Okay, so the new issue, it's our State of the Arts issue. So we kind of analyze the different art organizations in the community and see how healthy they are, how what events they have coming up, if they have fundraisers, financially how they're doing. So we talked to Rob from Playhouse Merced. We talked to Stacy from the Multicultural Arts Center, and kind of just gauge the health. And they were honest. I mean, it's tough times for arts organizations.
Now, is that something that happens regularly where
Once
you're
a
going
year.
out and doing this?
Yeah,
in
once
the
a year we do
community?
the State of the Arts issue. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. How long has this been going on?
So this is our second time we've done it. The magazine's been around for almost 3 years. So
Wonderful. Congratulations.
thank you.
Congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah, that's exciting. And you've had such great coverage of what's happening here downtown in Merced.
Thank you very much.
It's been excellent.
I believe you've been in the magazine a few times.
I have
right?
been in
Yeah.
the magazine a few times. My face has appeared in the magazine. In fact, my face is right here in the back of this,
Yes, it is.
a very disapproving look on my face. I love when they get that. It happens not too often, but often enough that they can get it on film. No, thank you, thank you. So what's some new venues that are coming into downtown?
Well,
into
obviously,
Merced?
the Merced Theater is going to be opening again on April
Right.
21st, and it's a historic reopening of it. So the gala is on April 21st,
It is.
and that's going to be a tremendous boost for downtown Merced.
Absolutely.
The following week, the DLM is hosting a film festival at the theater, so that'll be a comedy film festival. So it's a full day of independent comedy films.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Is this something that you're doing?
Uh-huh.
Yes, because I heard about that through
Yeah.
the grapevine.
Yeah, we're partnering with the Merced Theater Foundation to present it, so we're co-presenting it.
Wonderful,
Mhm.
wonderful. Is this something that you had brought into the idea that you brought
Yeah,
into
this will be our
Merced?
second one. We did. That's actually our third film festival, our second comedy film festival.
Okay.
We did it last year as well. We sold it out at the Art Center, and we kind of wanted to take
Wonderful.
the next step and grow it. And so, the Merced Theater, we had the opportunity. Was kind of the timing was perfect.
And what a great venue.
Mhm.
I had the privilege of going in yesterday and doing a private tour of the
Oh, it's
theater,
incredible, isn't it?
and I almost cried. And I
Yeah.
don't cry often, but I almost cried. It
Yeah.
was good. It was
Yeah.
amazing to stand
We got
on
to test
stage.
out a film there, and it's mind blowing.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's such an awesome opportunity to be
Mhm.
able to go into that venue and do something like that
Yeah.
and open it up to the community.
Yeah.
Is that going to be of charge or?
Yeah, it's very affordable. I mean, you can buy there's 3 programs throughout the day, so you can buy per program. So the price range will be between $10 and $30 if you want to get the whole pass for the whole day.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's very affordable, and
Sure.
it's a great chance to get a glimpse at the theater.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. You've also done some band coverage
Yes.
around here. Can
Mhm.
you tell us a little bit about the bands that have come
Yeah,
through
this
DLM
issue-
and
yeah.
through downtown?
This issue, we feature the band Rademacher, which is a Fresno band with a Merced member, R.C. Essig, who owns the Partisan. He's the bass player in the band.
Yes.
They're getting ready to go to South by Southwest, which is a
Okay.
major music festival. And so we talk about their kind of raising money for the big trip, and they're also releasing an album at the same time, so they have a lot going on.
Wonderful.
The DLM puts on shows every month at the Art Center. So we have this month we have the French Cassettes, the Pandas. They're all local area bands. Nadine and the band, and Moon Trent and Friends.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
Mhm.
That sounds very exciting. And you'll keep us informed,
Yep.
obviously.
At the DLM.com.
Wonderful.
Check it out,
Yes,
yeah.
the DLM.com, which there is a link on our page right down below the video. So if you want to go ahead and click on that, it'll take you right over and you can see what's new and happening. Can you tell us what prompted you to start something like this here in downtown Merced?
Yeah, I moved to Merced in 2007, and I actually moved downtown. I live in the Merced Theater. They have apartments there, and I moved down there, and I saw all this amazing energy in downtown Merced, and all these people, the business owners and venues that were working really hard to promote the arts down here, and just didn't seem like there was very much coverage for it. And so I worked at the newspaper at the time, and my background is in the media, so I thought maybe I can apply my skills to kind of inform the community a little bit better about what's going on. So in 2009, I left my job at the newspaper and took a leap and started the magazine.
That's amazing. And look at the great success that you've had so far. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been great. Merced Playhouse has been featured in
Every
various
issue.
issues.
Every
issue. Every issue.
They are a partner of ours, yeah, for
Good.
sure.
Wonderful. And you also helped me get this show going right here. Tom and I had a meeting, and we talked about what I wanted to do and envision for the show, and he led me in the right direction. So I have you to thank for helping me out also on this project.
You're welcome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And Tom said one of the most influential things that I had heard based on your story from the DLM is that nobody said no, and that it was possible to get something like this going just as long as you kept it alive.
Yeah.
And so this whole idea and concept is amazing to me as we're taping this right now, to be able to say that just 4 weeks ago, you and I were sitting at a table, and Janna were sitting at a table saying, I want to do a talk show.
Yeah.
And that's what you had told me. It was excellent.
Merced it's a really unique community, and it's someone, I was talking to someone the other day, and they used the term living laboratory, because you can try things in Merced that you can't get away with in other communities. And I've had some great ideas, some stupid ideas, and I've tried every single one of them. And some stuff has worked, some stuff hasn't. But Merced's a community where you can actually try and do things, and there's an amazing community that will support you. And
that's a great name for it, living laboratory.
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel like this is a science experiment here today. It's wonderful, though. No, thank you so much. I'm just so excited to see some of the things that are going to be coming up and that have already happened. Everybody today is going home with a copy of the latest issue of DLM magazine. You guys will all be receiving a copy of it. This is so informative, and a lot of people downtown and even throughout the city are reading it and looking into it. And it's so exciting.
Yeah, we're very lucky. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for coming on today.
Thanks.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. We'll be right back after this. Thank you.
All the world's a stage, and an empty stage can be very, very quiet.
I'm sick and tired of you not making a decision, all right? Now you make a decision, you make it quick. And when we get over there, you're gonna be with me or you're gonna be against me.
It's here that 14 competitors will gather weekly and compete in challenges until one person is left standing.
I'll rip your head off, tear your legs off, and rip your arms and throw them in the trash can. You understand what I'm saying?
They will battle for prizes. They will battle each other. It's the same game, just new competitors and new challenges.
That's what I thought.
This time, we're doing a brand new twist. It's a battle of the sexes. I'm Joe Hypes, and this is Drama Island.
Welcome back to Chenté. Our next guest is from right across the street from Playhouse Merced. At J&R Tacos, please welcome to the stage Miss Jana Rodriguez. Welcome, Jana. Good. Welcome. Have a seat. Relax.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself here. Welcome. So you are the co-owner or owner of J&R Tacos, yes?
Co-owner.
Co-owner,
Yes.
absolutely.
I would like to tell the full credit, but just co-owner.
Oh, wonderful. No, I know that I personally am in there almost once a week.
Thank you very
When-
much.
Well, mostly you're not there when I'm going
Aw.
in. Sometimes you're not there, but I have the pleasure of being served by your amazing wait staff and your amazing crew back there. They are
Thank you.
awesome together.
Thank you very much.
No
Thank you.
problem. Can you tell us a little bit about why you wanted to come to Merced and open up a restaurant in downtown?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I grew up here in Merced. I went to Merced High School, Merced College, and then I was studying math at the Stanislaus State. And then I was almost done with my bachelor's, and then you have to do a senior seminar to see what you wanted to do. So when you are doing math, pretty much the only thing that you can do is go and teach. And I was like, oh, that sounds wonderful, right? So I went and I actually saw how you have to observe. So I went and I observed for 45 minutes, and 20 minutes after that, I decided that I did not want to teach. And so that's how, I always wanted to do stuff with the community and get involved. And growing up, you do want to, be like a, teachers and help others and stuff like that. But then after that shock experience of being right life with 40 kids, then you decide that that's really, maybe know exactly what you see yourself, but yeah. And then, we had an idea of having not only a restaurant to serve food, but a place to do stuff with the community, like music venue, church place, and how to interact with other people.
And you do that.
Yeah.
You actually have performances in the space, in the restaurant itself.
We do. So we have conjuntos, which is once a month performance, and we invite a poet, a musician, and a painter to perform. We trying to have people that they have never met before. So we introduce themselves the night before, and everything is improvised, and everything is created from the spot. We wanted to see how art is created, like how you come up with, a poet or a painting.
Sure.
Or
sounds like my talk show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Thank you.
fantastic. And so you opened up the restaurant, and it's been a great success for the downtown area. Unfortunately, we've seen some restaurants not make it all the way through to their full potential, but J&R Tacos is such a great, stable restaurant here in the community that has really helped other restaurants want to thrive as well.
Yeah, well, we have wonderful friends that they keep on coming back and supporting us. And so we invite them, even if they are not coming and eat. We tell them, just come so we can look kind of full. Just come and hang out. And that will eventually attract people. We are just fortunate and lucky, and we have just wonderful people like you and like a lot of people here. And, just blessed, yeah.
Jana has an amazing story about how we first met.
Oh, yeah, it is an amazing story. So I will try to make it short. Which, actually, by the way, I just do tell stories like really, really short. But then I met this guy. You know how boyfriends are. And so anyhow, and my boyfriend is, he used to be a reporter and writes. And when we first met, you're trying to be polite, and then you are not trying to tell, you had been talking like for 20 minutes or to shut up. Yeah, right? So anyhow, so I was just like pretty short stories. So, but since we have been together for a while, it kind of groups up on you. So now you become more like the way that he is than what you used to be yourself. So anyhow, I will try to make it short.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So anyhow, there was one day, we used to do midnight walks here. And between me and many wonderful friends, one of them, Melissa Kelly Ortega.
Who's in the studio audience today with us today.
And she's involved in pretty much everything around downtown. I think that we a credit for the success of
Sure.
many events that we do all around downtown.
Right, and I heard they were going to rename downtown after Melissa.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, with as much publicity that she gives the area.
I know, we should do a statue or something. Yeah, for sure. Anyhow, so me and Melissa, we are coming from a midnight walk, and then she's like, do you want to go to the Parson? I'm like, the Parson? Let's go to the Parson. So it's about midnight, 45, almost 1 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, we are right there, and the first person that I meet right at the entrance is Chenté, or wonderful friend. And then, so without him knowing me, he's hugging me, and he's like, hey, do you want a beer? Do you want a drink? And I'm like, this guy is wonderful. I love him.
I had an open tab that night. It helped.
Whatever you want. And then we start dancing, and it was just like, I had a blast. It was like, oh my gosh, people here are so friendly. I hardly ever went to the Parson, just from time to time, and he just made a wonderful night. Next day comes, we are at, it was when Farmers Market was going on downtown Merced.
It was Farmers Market.
And then, so I see Chenté from here to there. And I light up my whole face, and I'm like, Chenté! And he's like, who are you? And I was like, oh, he doesn't remember me. And then he's like, no, seriously, who are you? And I was like, and he's like, what happened? And I was like, don't worry, nothing happened.
She told me the story of how we met at the Partisan, and so I was worried, and I guess I had to look, and she said, nothing happened.
Yeah.
We were safe.
Yeah, exactly.
You just bought me a beer.
Or a couple.
Yeah, it was before they closed, so who knows how far I was in. It was fantastic.
Right, so from now on, every time that I see him, I'm like, do you remember me?
Yeah, I said, from then on, I will never forget your face. And to this day, thanks to your food, which is also
Of course.
Which is a wonderful hangover cure. I'm able to see you more often, and I do remember you, and I'm fortunate to have you on the show. So thank you very much for coming here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about the menu at J&R Tacos.
Yeah. So
Let's actually, we have our stage manager. Please welcome Mike to the stage as she comes and brings us a plate that has been prepared for the show. Thank you, Mike.
Right. So, first, like I say, before I opened J&R Tacos, I really didn't know anything about a restaurant business. I knew that I wanted to do something with the community. I knew that I want to interact with, everybody, and I knew that I wanted to bring something healthy to downtown Merced. So our entire menu is actually the creation of our co-owner, Oscar Torres.
Who's in the audience with us today. Welcome, Oscar. Thank you.
So actually, he designed everything, all the plates, the combinations. He created new plates. He experimented with plates with names, and I was pretty much just the tester. He was like, what about this? And I was like, okay. And so we had an idea in mind. It was just to promote healthy food. It doesn't mean that because you are eating organic food, you have to pay $20 for, and a slice of lettuce or rice and beans.
Right.
So with that idea in mind, I told Oscar to please create something amazing with a really limited,
a low cost. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And that's how we came out to partner with different local businesses, Rancho Piccolo, which he supplies local organic vegetables to us. And thank you. And that's how we started.
That's fantastic. Tell us a little bit about what we have on the plate here.
Right.
Is the camera able to get this? Yes, wonderful. Tell us a little bit.
And if you get hungry,
And it's
don't
hot.
worry about
and it's warm. It's good.
We have a couple of certificates.
Yes, we do. We
And
do.
And
So
I will explain about the plates before we get excited.
Yes, before we get all.
So we have rice, and our rice is cooked with 100% olive oil. So we don't use in any of our food. We don't use any preservatives. We actually don't even have a freezer at J&R's. We believe that everything should be delivered fresh, daily. And so we cook everything, or rice or beans, with olive oil or chile relleno. We don't deep fry anything. We just cook everything. We grill everything. And when we do fry something, it is with vegetable oil like this chile relleno, which is a classical Mexican plate. Again, Pollo Creations.
Yay.
And he helped me to put it together. I told him not to say that. I told him to say that I actually made it myself. But, you know, then you have the guilty feeling like, oh, you eventually have to tell the truth. Anyhow, so yeah, and that's our homemade salsa.
How fantastic. It looks excellent. It smells
you.
wonderful.
Thank you.
The whole studio audience is filled with this aroma, right? Yeah.
And maybe eventually we will invite you to come and trying to make it yourself.
Oh, yes.
We'll have
that
the
would be
Chenté
fun.
challenge.
Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine me trying to cook? Well, okay, I'll do it. I do love to cook. I do love to cook. My presentation probably isn't as pretty as this, but if everyone likes everything mixed up, I can do that. It's fine. We'll just throw it in a blender. It'll be great.
I love how you resist the stuff. Me, no. Well, yes, I can totally do it. Yes, I'm game for it.
We actually have some gift certificates here for our audience members. We have 3 of them. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask Jana to choose a letter from, well, how many rows do we have? We have A through G, and numbers are 1 through whatever. 1 through 22. Okay, so close your eyes.
Okay.
And you're going to pick a number and a letter. Okay. So A through G and 1 through 20 something.
What's your seat number, Melissa? Okay, I will do H5.
H5. Who's in the H row? You're the closest. H is 2.
Okay, let's do D3.
D3. That's right there. It's right there. Yes, right there. Excellent. Congratulations. No. All right, go ahead. Another one.
Okay, let's do. I'm trying to do the alphabet on my head.
A, B, C,
yeah, I know. Let's do F10.
F10. Grace! Come on down.
And let's do
one more.
another D12.
E12. There you go, sweetie. Yes! Fantastic. Come on down and claim your prize. There you go. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we have a link to J&R Tacos at the very bottom of the page. It's right under our parade poster. It's right there, so you can click on it, go see the menu. You can see the location. Tell us where you're at. The address is?
Yeah, our address is 437 West Main Street, right across from our dear friends Playhouse Merced. So you can come to the show,
yes,
have an amazing time, and then after you get hungry, please come and visit us across the street.
Absolutely.
Thank you
so much. Thank you, Jana, for coming on to the
It's my
show.
pleasure. Thank you.
Great to have you.
Thank
Great
you.
to have you. Thank you. Jana Rodriguez from J&R Tacos. Thank you very much. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Chenté. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Chenté Talk Show, and you can also like our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Chenté Talk Show. We'd like to bring our next musical guests to the stage. Please welcome from right here at Playhouse Merced, the cast of the fantastic musical Parade.
Big news, my savior has arrived. My intuition's never been so strong. Big news, my career has been revived. All I needed was some snippy, pissy Yankee all along. Take a superstitious city and one little Jew from Brooklyn, plus a college education and a mousy little wife. And big news, real big news, that poor sucker saved my life. So give 'em fangs, give 'em horns, give 'em scary, hairy palms, have 'em drooling out the corner of his mouth. He's a master of disguise. Check those bug-out, creepy eyes. You know that fella's here to rape the whole damn South. They'll be banging down my door, yelling, "More, Craig, more! We need justice, give us justice, hang the bastard, kill the bum!" Big news, real big news, my savior has finally come. According to reports obtained exclusively by this reporter, Prosecutor Dorsey has the villain in his sights. A highly ranking unnamed source in this investigation tells me Leo Frank's the only likely culprit in this case. Anyone with any information on the subject, Leo Frank, should contact this reporter, care of the Atlanta Georgian.
I saw this little kid, said look what Leo did, and then she ran and hid.
Go on, go on, go on, go on now.
He sat down next to me, his hand went on my knee, I had to shake him free.
Go on, go on, go on, go on now.
I say it isn't
He
fair.
likes them young and small, got naked pictures
That man's a
all
millionaire.
into his office wall.
Go on now.
He has a kid, you know, he loves bagels.
Wherever Leo goes.
His favorite baker's gonna watch him.
Go on, 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 go on. Now look, you just scribble it down and it covers the town like molasses on mud. Look, for us drunken old bums, opportunity comes like a magical flood. Look, you might never be sure if your motives are pure, but your profits are clear. Look, you were down and depressed, now you're riding the crest of the scoop of the year. According to reports obtained exclusively by this reporter, Prosecutor Dorsey has a villain in his sights. Mr. Drake, the subject's wife, has still not spoken to the Atlanta County Courthouse only 1 month from today. Mrs. Frank, the subject's wife, has still not spoken to reporters. What's the word from Mrs. Frank? What's the word from Mrs. Frank? Mrs. Frank, Mrs. Frank, Mrs. Frank.
To catch Parade here at Playhouse Merced, running until March 25th. Everybody in the studio audience today is getting a free ticket to the show. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to come back and watch on the website for future guests here on our next episode. We will be having Carmen Ramirez of the Merced Tower Theater. We have also Cheryl Lockett from CaliJazz.com. And we'll have more guests announced on our website as it gets closer to the date. Thank you for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to tune in next time. Thank you.